Okay, start out with a clean new well, clean databases and clean mud inventory. Click on this button here and everything gets clear to start a new well. When you start a new well, this mud materials usage, this will all be blank. You add your products here. You start an inventory. I've just used some simple numbers here just for this sample and the unit cost. So every 24 hours you would fill in the usage over the last 24 hours. Once you've entered the mud stocks, you can view the inventory, and this is reflected exactly as what you put into the mud materials usage form. Okay, so over the 24 hours, enter your mud materials usage, and just to keep it simple, we'll just take out 10, 10, 10. It's kind of slow because it has to update everything in the background. Update the mud materials or chemicals used each 24 hours, 10, we'll just say 10 there, 20. Once you've finished, click on the Finish button. Your options are to enter this as a new record. This will update the recap and the background database. If you made a mistake, you can just clear that by overwriting it so it blanks everything out. We'll add it to the database and check the properties, usage, and the recap reflects exactly what you've done, plus totals. Let's say you transferred some mud to some other rig. So in this case, you just use the mud materials transferred button, and whatever you put in here, these chemical names are reflected from the main input. So let's say I took 20 of that and 45 of those and nothing. And then you go through the same process, continue to update, you get the same options, enter as a new record, which you need to do, overwrite if you've made a mistake, or quit and do nothing, and then nothing gets updated. So we'll just update the record. So now if you check the usage recap, you'll see the unit size, previous balance, the mud you transferred, and this will reflect anything you entered into for the last 24 hours. The daily cost will only update after your 24-hour usage. So if we go and use a few more chemicals here, the last 24 hours, so 50, 50. Once again, click on Finish, enter as a new record. Then your daily cost is updated. It will only update after you update the 24 hours, not when you receive or transfer. Okay, everything you've done with the mud chemicals will be reflected in your daily report. Let's just select one of the reports, and here you see the mud transferred. If you received any mud, you enter it just the same as you did in the inventory, and it gives you the balance. Whoops, that's an error because we transferred more than we had, so any errors will show up. That wouldn't normally happen because you can't transfer what you don't have. The daily cost shows up here, etc. So all the various mud reports are updated at the same time. Here's a workaround to get rid of a row with error mud materials in it. Go to the main menu, check your mud used database, which is this one, mud stocks. I've got 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. That's an error. I need to change it, so I go back to menu, go to mud materials usage, leave this blank, just leave this column blank, click on finish, overwrite previous 24 hours. Okay, so now if you look at the Mudstocks database, it's left the date in, but it's just zeroed everything out, so the recap will refer to that lack of wherever recap is. Mud properties recap. So we're back to 0, 0. So that should be your workaround.